Hello everyone, welcome back to 51 GT3 Racing Academy. From the previous episode, we know how to choose the perfect racing line in different corners. A track is composed of many different corners and straight sectors, and the priorities of various corners on the same track are very different. For racing beginners, understanding the priorities of the corners can help reduce learning costs. Focus on practicing high-priority corners to increase your overall lap time the fastest. In this episode, we will talk about how to prioritize corners. First, let's explain what is the priority of the corner. If the car runs well in a corner, the improvement in lap time is not only reflected in the corner but also improves the overall performance of the sectors before and after the corner. The priority of the corners is based on the consideration of improving the overall lap time of the entire track sector. Simply put, the corner with the highest lap time gain is the corner with the highest priority. Next, let's take a deeper look. Corners usually connect to different sectors, so the priority of each corner will be different. First of all, for most tracks, the top priority must be the corner before a long straight. Take corner 8 as an example. The long straight after this corner is the fastest and longest sector on the entire track. After exiting corner 8, the car will fully accelerate the exit speed and drive through the longest straight sector of the entire track at high speed. By comparison, it shows that as long as you have a leading exit speed of 10 km per hour at corner 8, you can gain a huge advantage of 1.2 seconds at the end of the straight, so the first priority must be the corner before a long straight. The second priority is the corner after a long straight. Take, for example, corner 1, which is followed after a long straight with high speeds and a long stretch. Before corner 1, the car had already gone through a long straight with full acceleration and ready to brake into the corner at a very high speed. If the driver chooses to brake 30 meters later on the previous straight, he will gain a 0.6 second advantage in the braking zone. So the second priority is the corner after a long straight. Finally, the third priority is the corner that is in between consecutive corners. Take corner 12 as an example. This corner is connected with two low-speed corners before and after, and they are slower and shorter. Before corner 12, the car exited corner 11 at a slower speed, ready to brake again. It can be seen that even though the car has a 20 km per hour exit speed advantage in the current corner 12, it only leads by 0.3 seconds on the track in the end. Therefore, the third priority is the corner that's in between consecutive corners. Next, let's take the Shanghai International Circuit as an example to see how cornering priorities should be set on this track. As the only track in China that has hosted the F1 Grand Prix, the Shanghai International Circuit has a relatively complex track combination. In this episode, we will make a more detailed division of the corner priority of the Shanghai International Circuit. The first priority corners are corners 13 and 16, which are both followed by long straights. As long as the car has a fast exit speed in these two corners, it can gain a significant lap time advantage. The second priority corners are corners 4 and 10, with the slightly shorter straights connecting after them. A faster exit speed can also get a good lap time advantage. The third priority corners are corners 14 and 1, which are both connected to longer straights ahead. There is also a lap time advantage by choosing a later braking point before these two corners. The fourth priority corners are corners 6 and 11, and the straights that connect in front of them are also slightly shorter. Also, choosing a later braking point can improve the lap time advantage as well. The fifth priority corners are corners 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, and 12, and they all connect to different corners before and after. These corners are relatively difficult for cars to pull apart, and they have very little effect on lap times, so they are not prioritized. Finally, there are corners 5 and 15, both of which are fake corners with very small cornering amplitudes, so the priority of the corners can be ignored for now. For more high-definition track maps, please visit 51gt3.com to download them for free. That's all for today's episode. If you want to learn more about the technology of racing cars, let us know in the comments section. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.